got Cooper Flagg last week. They've put together a nice roster. They just signed D'Lo. Kyrie's going to be
Is
returning
Cooper
in the
better fit
spring.
than Luka?
And just a couple months ago, Nico was
Let's
getting
see what
a
they
ton of
say.
flack for letting go of Luka. I mean, that was one of the craziest, moves we've seen in a while. So from a player's perspective, P, with the roster that they have now, I want to know, do you think that the Mavericks got better?
That's a tough question with what they gave up, right? Like you
Mm-hmm.
don't minimize what Luka
Yep.
has done, has been for that franchise. But when you think about a team being constructed with what Cooper can bring, with a healthy Kyrie coming back, probably more later, second half of the season, D'Lo's proven to be a veteran point guard. You still got one of the best elite shooters in Clay. And
I
then one
forgot
of the
Klay
most
Thompson was over
efficient
there.
bigs that we've seen in Gafford. Not to mention a top 5 player in AD. So,
Oh
and with that,
shit!
their bench is pretty strong with Najee, with Washington, Lively. Like they have a really good roster when healthy and everybody is kind of clicking. And what I love most about it is
Now that I think about, it, they got all them. They got all them niggas, bro. The Mavericks, yo, did they really get better without Luka? I know they went to the finals and shit, but damn, bro, you gotta think about that shit. Damn, they got a lot of new pieces. They still got Kai, Clay, AD, Gafford, Lively, just got Coop, Najee Marshall, a Hooper, PJ Washington can hoop. Like, bro, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. Damn. But then, then you add Coop. You add Coop to that, bro. That's gonna be crazy.
as good as Cooper is, he's not asked to come in right away and you know what I mean? Like he gets to it's so many that's one of the best things I think a young player can have, right? Regardless of where you're drafted, skill set is good vets around you. He's coming in with some of the best vets that knows how to win, who have won, and it's a culture I think there with Jason Kidd being the coach. So man, I like what Dallas
They
got.
do got everything.
But you,
Young, the old,
they
everything.
do. I like it from this perspective. Is that like you said, Cooper doesn't have to come in and kind of the weight of the world is on his shoulder
Mm-hmm.
to have to be able to be a rookie, understand the league, and win games and get
Mm-hmm.
this Mavericks team to a playoffs or wherever it may be. But it's a couple things too, though. If you backtrack and look at the history with Luca and the Mavericks, it's been some tension a little bit with Nico and upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And when it hit, everybody's like, "This you can't do that."
Mm-hmm.
But you got to see you got new ownership. That's not Mark Cuban.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know that's
Right.
this whole different family. Their background is casinos. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
they're making money in a different way. They're looking at it from the holistic business side, and they're like, hold up, are we paying $350 million for somebody we can't trust?
Mm-hmm.
And that's their Nico can't make that decision. You know, in his world by himself. Ownership got to sign. Either they go sign off on if Nico goes to him and said, "Listen, we really need to sign him for 350." They got to make a decision.
Right. Right.
Okay, and it goes both ways. So I think he got unfairly criticized for it, but he's the GM. So when you made the Gafford trade, when you made the Lively trade, when you got Clay, they patted you on the back.
Mm-hmm.
When you got Kyrie, they patted you on the back.
Mm-hmm.
So when Luka come, you got to take that side of it too.
Mm-hmm.
Now you got a player like I think Cooper Flagg. I got a chance to cover him in college, so I got a chance when they played at Madison Square Garden against St. John's, and I got him in the tournament. So
Bro, that nigga Coop was nice. That nigga Coop was nice. And Duke, that nigga was hooping. Their whole team was hooping. Especially Con Coop now. I think I said his name wrong. I don't know. Fuck shit. That nigga cold. Coop nigga was cold. Tyrese Proctor nigga was cold. That big ass African nigga center nigga was cold. Them niggas
I
was
got a
nice.
chance to really watch him play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bro, he nice. But you know what it is? He got a motor.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I think that's what separated him and Ace Bailey when we was talking about who's like kind of the best.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I think skills.
That nigga Ace Bailey cold. That nigga's raw. Utah, y'all might have cooked. Utah, y'all might have cooked. That nigga Ace Bailey cold.
Said, why is it right like this? Ace can go. But Cooper's motor is a different level, and he don't need to rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was John Schreider, coach, was like, man, he's too unselfish. I got to goad him to have to shoot more and be selfish because he just so I think his mentality is not like that, which is why I think he'll fit in perfectly with AD, with D'Lo, with Clay, with those guys because he'll just add, I think, another layer of playmaking. He can shoot it. He can spread the floor. He can run. He's athletic without trying to go out there and be rookie of the year.
He got an underrated post game too. Coop in college, his post game was nice. He got an underrated post game, bro. He got an underrated post game. He could face up, pound step back. He could drop step. Nigga, he come through that bitch, smash your shit in the head if he want to. Like, Coop really nice as hell, bro.
Right.
So you're, because I've never seen Cooper Flagg play, but you're
You've never seen him?
No, I've never seen him
You
play
never
in
watched the
person.
game? Oh, in person.
Okay,
And
okay.
I just think that we haven't had, maybe Zion was touted, but he was more like an athletic freak. Like, do you think, when's the last time we've had a player entering the draft of Cooper Flagg's caliber? I'm curious on your take on that.
I liken him to a lot like Keith Van Horn, athleticism, size, but a lot like Jason Tatum too, like a combination between the two. Okay, because the people forget how good Keith Van Horn was at Utah coming out of college. They forget about that. Athletic, 6'10", can run the floor, can shoot it. And now you combine kind of footwork with Jason Tatum, step backs, pivots, and then making plays. To me, I look at that combination, and I'm trying to think of who came in at his size at 6'10", that in the last, let's say, 10 years. Brandon Ingram is a little bit different. Brandon is not making the same kind of plays that Cooper is making. So that's why it's really hard to compare. Jason Tatum, he's 6'8". Well, Jason might be 6'9", right?
Yeah. Take JT up there.
Yeah, he up there, right? So he may be as close, with regards to that. But I think the motor in which Cooper has is just different, man.
And would you say he's just as good on the defensive side of the ball? Because when I'm looking at it, it's the NBA is a different beast.
Of course.
There's better athletes. Everyone is more skilled, and I think the comparison.
Man, you have Cooper Flagg on your help side, bro.
Getting rid of Luka has been Luka's an offensive juggernaut. There's no question about it. But
if you got a chance to have Coop help side, my nigga, he's sending that shit through the glass, like, bro.
But a lot of people have their doubts on the defensive side of the ball. And here comes Cooper Flagg, where he's a two-way player. Do you think that he's going to be a two-way player in the NBA, given how talented everyone in the league is?
I'll say this. Talking to John Shire, head coach at Duke, when they played St. John's, this had to be maybe January maybe. And a lot of it was him learning his defensive principles at that time as a freshman. Okay, learning those principles. By the time he got to the tournament, the conversation wasn't the same. He was a better defensive player because his IQ and how he played the game, how he analyzed it, and the work he put in. So to answer your question, I think he'll be just fine because he's surrounded too. You think about it, by Gafford, by Lively, by AD. Okay, now you're gonna have to, and even Clay is not the two-way player he was, but still, it's just not like Olay. So he's going to be surrounded by guys that can cover him until he gets his bearing straight on how to play deep. Because how you play defense in this league, and you were one of the best two-way players in the league, you had to figure out little nuances of how to play, not just your guy, but different guys. And the way the league is now, you're switching everything.
Right.
So how you guard a power forward and a wing is going to be different how you guard a point guard. So all those nuances he'll learn, man.
Bro, Coop gonna be so nice, bro. He gonna be tough, man. He gonna be tough.